Okay, so if two people enter a relationship and both of them are asleep, but then during the course of the relationship, one person awakens and has their spiritual awakening, there's going to be an imbalance in frequencies. Okay, so you have two people and they meet and they're on the same frequency. And then during the course of the relationship, one person awakens and they elevate and they start seeing the truth and they start seeing the toxicity and they start seeing all the wounds and the healing and they're ready to like super elevate. So this causes an imbalance now because this person is not awakened yet. Doesn't make them a bad person. They're just different parts of the journey. And so typically what happens is this person is trying to like bring them and teach them everything and pour all this new enlightenment and like, come on, don't you see it? And it causes a lot of friction because this person's like, what are you talking about? There's nothing wrong. Like, I'm me. What is going on? And it's because they don't have the ability to see what you're seeing yet. They're still not in that level of consciousness, and people can only meet you at their level of consciousness. And so this is where the friction happens. And so it's not fair for this person to be making this person feel bad or trying to force something and not accepting this person out where they're at, because this is where they're at. Now, it doesn't mean that if this person is still exhibiting like a lot of toxic behavior and is not even attempting or wanting to really learn more about themselves, that this person has to stay. But what happens is people try to force it and they don't know when to be like, enough is enough. It takes time. So yeah. Just because your partner is not seeing your perspective and is not leveling up and is not wanting to go to therapy right now and not wanting to do everything does not make them a bad person. It just means that you guys are in different points in your life. I can't even talk. You guys are at different points in your life, and the compatibility may not be there. It's different when you meet somebody that's already on this frequency because you guys both started the journey and you're on the work and you're committed to it. And that way, if there's ever any little imbalances, this person can talk. They can still have some sense of like communication and understanding, because yeah, it's not going to be perfect all the time in the relationship, even in conscious, healthy relationships, because we're always growing. But at least both people have the understanding and the commitment of the evolution. So I hope that makes sense. So we need to have more compassion with our friends, our family members, our romantic partners, anyone that may be on a different part of their journey and they're not seeing things as clearly and they're just not ready to face their truth or whatever it may be. They're just fine where they're at. We need to not make them feel bad because they may not be at the same point. We need to have compassion, but then we also need to start to learn to have boundaries, and also we may just need to reevaluate and love the person from afar, or just regroup and just kind of get clear on if this relationship is still serving us. So no need to shame or blame. We're all just on different points.